Hello again. Well, as you can see, I'm going to take you through Istria 2023, and there are 5 different courses. There's a 21k, which is white, 42k, which is yellow, 69 kilometers, which is green, 111 kilometers, which is blue, and then the big one, which is 168 kilometers, which is red, and that converts to 100 miles. Now, I'm doing the green one, and there is the profile of the course. This is where the red one starts. This is where the blue one starts. We are here. This is where I start. In fact, our course looks very small compared to the rest, but we're doing 2,200 meters of elevation, so these guys have got a lot more to do. Right, what do you get? So you get a tag for your bag. This is how they track you. You get your number, obviously, that's mine. You get a food voucher. You get a little bag to put some things into, waterproof. You get a t-shirt. Why not? You get a t-shirt. You get your finisher t-shirt before you finish, so in case you don't finish, you get your t-shirt. You get a wicked bag, sort of waterproof bag, which is pretty nice actually. I like it. And you also get one of these, which is for your bag, kit bag. So if you want to drop a bag off, this is the envelope it comes in. You get a bottle of beer, which is nice. I'll save that for afters. You don't get one of those. And that's pretty much it. Okay, we're all checked in. So tomorrow we'll be running first thing in the morning. Race kit. So obviously we're going to need a vest, some sort of backpack. To them it doesn't matter which, but you've got to carry all your bits and pieces in it. You're going to need a waterproof jacket with no seams, that sort of thing. Fairly expensive but lightweight. For my race they've asked me to bring an extra layer, which is in there all wrapped up. Again, keep it dry just in case. They also ask you to bring some extra food just in case you have a problem. So there's a couple of gels and a couple of bars there. Head torch, sticky bandage, emergency blanket, collapsible cup. I've got some extra food in between stations that I can eat and top up my drink. You need a litre of water, so 2 500ml for me. One's going to have some juicy stuff and the other one's just plain water. And a mobile phone, which I'm holding at the moment. That's about it, apart from the clothes you're wearing. So where I'm staying is about 25 minutes drive from UMAG, which is where the start is. I've arranged a bus, or they've arranged a bus, I've paid for it, which gets us to the start, which is quite a way away, and we start at 7:15 in the morning. So I've had a chat with the people here and they're going to supply me with a basic breakfast at 5:30. So yeah, it's up and about very early in the morning, then a quick drive over to UMAG to get on the bus. So I will speak to you tomorrow. Good morning, it's race day and it's 6:25. I'm on my way to the start. It's a bit chilly. Got my gear, most of it in the bag, and the coach leaves at 7:15. So I'm just walking to the start of where the coach picks up from, and it should take me about 10 minutes to get there, so I'm going to be nice and early. Check in soon.
You feel ready, yeah?
Here we are at the start of the race. 5 minutes to go.
Well, this is all this also for you. Your families, your sons, your daughters, maybe your wives are running today.
And the sun's just come out. Okay, 10k done. 1 hour 25. The hills are very, very muddy and slippery. The feet are, well, caked in mud. thought I'd take a breather at the top of this one. A few people coming past me, and yeah, feeling okay actually. It's warmer than expected. There's some more strugglers. Right. Just past 2 hours and coming up to 15 kilometres, and down there is a reservoir. And when we get to the reservoir, we're going to turn in a different direction. We've been going this way, we're going to be going that way and over there. So another hill is in store, and I think at the reservoir is our first checkpoint, so you're doing all right. It's hard going, sort of 2 steps forward and 1 step back with the mud. It's quite evil. Another hill coming up here. We're just coming up to the half marathon stage now, 21 kilometres, and we're on a hilltop town, I think hill number 3, and yeah, that was hard work coming up that hill. Clouds are gathering, but so far it's remained dry. There's some water over here, I'm going to refresh. Here we go, look. Hey! We've just gone past 30 kilometres and an evil hill. Hi! Hello! Hey! And with a beautiful walled sort of village on the top, and cobbles all the way up, and well, hard work. It was really hard work, and I've just didn't stop at the top, just jogged past. I guess there's going to be a checkpoint soon, because 30k I think we're about time for one, and then a bit of a refill. We're 4 hours now, so yeah, taking a lot longer than expected, but that mud is horrific. Coming down the hills even is hard work, so yeah, I'll update you shortly. We're at the second checkpoint, and where are we? 31 kilometres. And as you can see, it's busy. Lots of food and drink, lots of savoury bites, and lots of snacks, Coke, isotonic drink, lots of water, lots of exhausted people. There's even some people here from the red level as well, so they're sort of had a long night, and they're on their homeward run. So 31k is unfortunately not even halfway yet, but the worst of the hills are done, and we've got a big one next coming out of here. Looks like it's straight up, so that should be fun. But yeah, I'm tired obviously, but still got me legs are ready. Thought I'd have a quick catch up as we're going uphill again. And we're about 40 kilometres in, which is just short of a marathon. 5 hours. 5 hours, 40 minutes. And yeah, I've got to say, I'm getting through some food. It's like a rolling buffet. It's sort of cloudy, but blue sky ahead, and I've got a feeling it's not going to rain, which is nice. It's a really well organised event, and in about 5 kilometres we've got another checkpoint, and then it's pretty much downhill to the end, so I'd be looking forward to that. My little update. We're at the fantastic. We're just coming into checkpoint 3, aid station 3. 47 kilometres, 6.5 hours. Wow, that's some 6-hour marathon. Sun's out, and yeah, it's depleting the sugar very quickly, so the aid station's just about come in time. the ground's dried up a little bit as well, so we haven't got that muddy stuff that was horrible to start off. And it's turned into quite a nice day. I will update you shortly. We're on the run into Umag. We're at 61 kilometres, which means there's about 8 to go. I don't look at the time, it's hysterical, but it's been good. Now it's relatively flat running. To the end. Hi guys, just sealing the deal basically. Just over 9 hours. I'll do an update when I get my head together and look at the facts, but yeah, things went well. The plan was executed well, which I'll talk about tomorrow when I update you, but everything's done and I'm pleased with the result. Hi guys, just a end point. I've got my head back together again, and yeah, just had a sort of okayish night. Anyway, about the race, 9 hours and 8 minutes. I got a first in my age category, which is quite pleasing. Didn't expect that, but yeah, about the race itself, the first 45 kilometres were really hard, not just the elevation, but it was very muddy and sludgy, sticky, stuck to your boots, and it weighed you down. It was quite dangerous in places as well. You had to go quite slowly because of fear of falling, etc. So yeah, that was hard work, but you know, you can't judge the weather by these things, so it pays to do some training beforehand on that sort of ground, which luckily I did. I used the uphills for resting. I just took it easy and walked hands on knees sometimes because it was quite steep, but then when I got to the top, a little jog to stretch my legs, and then got into a stride again. So the plan was to go easy on the first section anyway, but the mud made it even easier. So yeah, it was extraordinary. The time, about an hour longer than I expected for that first section. And then the last bit, after 45k, was able to, I got a jog on most of the way. I rested in a couple of stages, but the second part was a much better and more time efficient race. About the organisation, everything was exceptional. I must admit, the way markings were perfect. You really couldn't get lost if you tried, unless you had, you know, doing the 100-miler and you had sleep deprivation. I did see a couple along the way of people that had just stopped on the side of the road and had a little kip. But anyway, yeah, so that was really well organised. The aid stations were perfect, although the only one thing I would say is that the isotonic drink they give you is watered down, I think, and for my purpose, a little bit not strong enough. So I had one fill up at checkpoint 2 with their stuff, but luckily I had a sachet. So for checkpoint 3, I filled up with my own sachet, and I was back to feeling quite normal again. So if you have got a favourite isotonic drink, then I would sort of use that and take it in some bags, etc. So I think that's important to have what you're used to. Food, at the first aid station, I stocked up very well indeed. Had a bit of a gluttony stomach when I left there. The second one, I didn't have as much food, but still plenty of mix between savoury and sweet, and not too much. More natural sweet, so things like currants, sultanas, that sort of thing, etc. Although they did have Coke, and a couple of stages near the end, I had a bit of Coke, which helped as well. So yeah, that's the race. Hope you enjoyed the video, and let me know if you do in your comments below. Maybe you've done it yourself and you agree or disagree with what I'm saying. So thanks very much for watching, and see you guys soon.